Right now, that's where 3D Max look very interested in going. They didn't have any control over at Banana, so it feels like straight away in this game, we're going to see 3D Max trying to brave a paiN stack. Flashes out in the top mid. Delete players from these angles. NQZ on the fullback, overwhelmed, and all 4 players dead in an instant from paiN.
That looked terrifying. paiN didn't know where to go. They were just locked into that bomb site. Uncomfortable after the double entry in middle and pushing through smokes. We'll see more of that today from 3D Max coming in confident.
Here it is, one of these 1-4s where Exercise left to go work the A side of the map. And the rest of 3D Max look for this top Banana control.
Oh, they're just gonna go.
They already have a lot of room here. And they feel like they could just move right in. Big Azera caught by the MP9 up close. Exercise has already found this long gap we were talking about. You didn't have to wait for long, didn't have to wait for any conditioning. It's an explosive play up through B. Exercise can feel that's handed him a gap. And he now roams the back line of paiN.
Yeah, he doesn't even go spawn and get caught. He's just here to kill the saving players. At this point, 3D Max feel like they've already won the round, so he's in a hurry to play. He's going to go clear on the long side. Doesn't check the corner, and so DGT might be able to grab that up and get out. That's the goal now for paiN, just to survive. Love that pathing for Maka, close to the wall. Uses the MP9 to its advantage. Chases down that CT spawn player. And paiN, a very annoying round to play up against, as it all happens so fast. 3D Max in full control.
Dude, I also just think it's such a worrying way for the game to start. Like, that's a quintessential, like, 3D Max Inferno round with the late long lurk out of Exercise post-contact on B.
paiN's way.
I'm just so worried that this is going to be like a huge T-side from Exercise. I think there's going to be gaps. I think he's going to get to exploit them. Already now, like, he's getting ready to walk the mid-smoke. It's a repeat of the last time you saw him go over towards this A site.
Oh no, they're just walking in.
And they might just full commit to this B hit. They like all the room they've been given. Exercise fully leaves the lurk and just rejoins his team. And paiN, this is feeling rough. They're in a box here. Both these players at the coffins are low. A nade, a molly on gravity would get rid of them. And that molly has trapped them both far forward, still holding on for now. Somehow paiN have battled their way back into this round. Lucky's gonna go looking. Here's the footsteps back in spawn, but gets swung. It's an ugly round for 3D Max, one that's gonna pump up paiN.
Flashing the peak as well. NQZ on the corner, going for more.
There's the trade attempt, but Lucky's not able to get it. A lot of damage inflicted onto NQZ. He himself was low from nades from that push up to top Banana. Ball control taken in the downtime. It's a good flash play out of paiN. Exercise and Gravity both get farmed up. And now Maka tries to take the space back. This is more info for paiN, these last 2 CT rounds. Giving us some faith in the paiN CT half. This one, very, very clean. If they can keep it that way, they're going to start building up some bank as well.
Surely not. Maka on 1. Davideus in the pit, and he's waiting for his site players to make contact, but that contact is quick. It's an execution from Maka. Lucky low as well. Gonna give it a go, but doesn't even know about this cold box player, and Davideus will not let him find out. paiN evolving, learning, adapting, improving. Big Azera with the Molotov ready. Trying to block this hit. DGT starting to rotate over. The smokes announce their presence.
Oh, Molly's wrecked Snow, forces him wide. There's nearly a lineup back here in the spawn. DGT, smoke spam will connect for some damage, but he's the only guy from paiN over here at this B site, operating entirely alone right now. Davideus and NQZ very far removed on this round. And even though Davideus is moving in and taking up this CT position to join DGT, you see that third player on the AWP just not even interested.
Yeah, the top new box, top dark position is so powerful in the post plant as well. Seeing they get a lot more use as of late. Single-handedly stops that retake, and paiN know when to give it up.
This is like the other frustrating thing about 3D Max here is you're so used to having to anticipate these fast A takes or fast exercise lurks on timings and gaps out through mid. After those flashes,
it's just a really nice round to throw in after all these A attacks and all these mid-control rounds. Even when DGT gets the info, he's not certain. Whoa, that's sickening.
That's lovely.
How did he do that? Okay, they speed up. Bit of a panic button pressed here for 3D Max, and they need that one clean because Zera doesn't have to give this kill away. 5v3. Take it or leave it. They're going to fight together on the long side. It's going deep. Decent damage as well. Blocks 3D Max at the door. It's Inferno. You can win these rounds. So Body's still trying to crack back open on this bomb site. Leaving the AWP alone. 3 rifles roam on A. It's one way to smoke Arch. It'll put the fear in Snow and give time for Body to surge. But double pit. Dude, they could nade the hell out of DGT right now. Mollies, HEs, everything. They got it, but he just swings on that Molotov. The nade is too late. 2 players in the pit. Don't think you're ready for this.
bigazera goes unaccounted for. And if you remember right at the start of the round, bigazera left Snow to solo this B bomb site. Well, he's tried to wrap back around to join him, hoping that these players from A are going to be able to trap the CT rotate, and they will. DGT iced out on the move back over.
Oh, he needs
Spawn
everything.
control taken. Swing at a bigazera. It's just Snow all alone. 1 versus 5 in the B site, and he gets overran.
Yeah, I'm surprised bigazera forces that kill there. Sure, if he gets cleared, he's just going to die insta, but he's peeking into, he knows 3 players in Spawn. He's peeking into them all, and he did it a bit early as well. Would have liked to see him just buy a few more seconds, maybe have Snow fight off his contact.
A lot of util lobbed in at top banana, full like 3 molly take over top B. There's the reaction from bigazera, just tries to swing in, make a bit of a play. Catch 3D Max as they set up, but all that's done is roll out the red carpet. They've got their eyes fixed on this B play. Back of the site is Snow, gets out with 1, leaves this in a 2v2. His teammates a long way away, but it's paiN on for the retake.
Every B execute is so suffocating. Snow tries his best to buy time, but smoke, molly, everything. Flashes come in, the 3D Max trade their kills. This is it. Last-ditch attempt at the end of the half. The AWP goes down, and NQZ on 3 kills picks up a rifle, trying to put it to use in this post plant. He'll nail that headshot. Exercise in the 1v2 to try and keep 3D Max in a dominant position. Ugly shots, and paiN will make it work. 5 rounds on the half. It's not pretty, but it might just be enough as paiN long out 3D Max.
paiN able to repel a couple of these B plays. Now moving on to a T side of their own.
The run.
They've spotted 3 players on this wrap round, so they try to pick up the pace on the B hit right into Lucky, who farms the first 2. NQZ battles back. That is a wild hat-trick of kills from paiN's sniper on banana. His pistol round not secured yet though. Body sends the reminder. 1v3 turns 1v2 with low HP on NQZ from those fights earlier on. First spot now. Well, get his attention. He's going to have to close the gap on these 2 players at back dark. Both kills have to come immediately, and he's not ready for Davideus. Falling for this bait and switch. paiN with a pistol round, and they can thank NQZ, the one-man army that dealt with that three-man flank.
Yeah, it was pretty irrelevant on that CT side. That AWP didn't really do anything. I don't think he even got an AWP kill. Oh no, he got one AWP kill in the half, and maybe picking up the rifle in the final round, winning that retake, reactivates him, hit some bangers in Banana. paiN wrapping the stack. Psych. Stop this.
Davideus told them, I just heard one rotating away, and so they wrap in through the spawn, and they'll flush out Lucky, dodging this four-man A hold, and securing the round. paiN tying us up at 7-all. As the conversions come through, DGT had them stats. One man left in it, and that's going to put him up towards top of the charts for his team. Nice little 4K.
Yeah, just the fact that he's panic spamming nades right now might make you realize it's an MTB bomb site. Gravity's getting aggressive in the apartments, but this isn't going to matter because paiN aren't giving away the kills. Body drops yet another smoke, and paiN decide to abandon ship. Change their plan, back to middle, finding Gravity coming out aggressive. And under, knife out, you're not ready for that. A very annoying death for Exercise. As 2 kills come in, paiN would be silly not to jump on it, so they go fast.
Oh, it's a good position for the auto shotgun, Maka. Any more?
Best gun.
Mollied out, but he
way.
plays right through it. Maka's in the back line. He's chewing through paiN. This shotgun has turned the tide of this round, giving 3D Max it way back in.
Through smoke, full blind.
Lucky's been spammed to death, but Body gets his revenge. Can Maka keep the good times rolling in with this auto shotgun? NQZ, 9 points of health. Trying to battle forward, looking for this player on the long side, realizes he just doesn't have time for this. paiN can't believe that this one shotgun on 3D Max's AWPer on their captain has robbed this round away from them. 4 kills from the Maka auto shotgun.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 3v5, double Mac 10 entry from aggressive 3D Max players in middle, and it's Maka in the boiler that burns them all down. 4
I tried
kills.
to tell y'all, you know, I said.
I agreed.
Gun of the round.
Gun of the round.
Man of the hour, Maka.
3,600 in cash off of kills alone. That's what Europa wants, that's what Europa needs. Dodging those shots. If one connects, that long player will hear the tag. They'll know DGT's position, but right now, complete surprise, and Gravity is not going to budge. Gravity budge. It's been there like 30 seconds, and he just walks out. The lineup is there, but the shot's too quick. paiN speed up, and missed shot for Maka.
He's getting wrapped through Moto as well.
They could have gone
DGT
through.
decides against it. They're going to play for spawn. They're looking for these B players who were rotating over. Footsteps heard, that's a double right here. But Lucky holds on, an important 2K. It's all eyes on Snow. This guy's been trying to keep the energy high for paiN.
Winning a 1v2 would certainly do that. Exercise just picked up a Molotov in spawn. If he guesses right, burns out new box. Snow has nothing to do but re-swing. Will Exercise realize what lies inside this site? Wrong Molotov. Snow, time on his side. Exercise has got to get on that bomb, and he's got to do it quick. They need to clear this position manually. Snow backstabs. They're off the defuse. He checks. He realizes it. The young player steps up in the clutch and puts an 8 on for paiN.
Huge stuff. 18-year-old Snow at his second major in the paiN jersey.
And it's moments like this that I say, where is the young star Gravity, right? We've had the young players of paiN show up. Gravity, similar comparison, but currently very quiet. Poised again with the AK. Needs some value. It's the experienced players of this 3D Max team trying to carry them through. Oh dear, They'll exercise the position, they don't pounce. You can take this space, so the lazy clears can come in, they shift around the corner, they get ready to go B. Maka's rotation just in time. No util on this B bomb site as they contact in.
Gravity also made a play in the downtime. He's already cleared out top mid, so he is right behind these 3 players moving into the B site. This is good proactive gameplay from Gravity, but it doesn't matter when you get shot in the face. Might have given his team the info, might have allowed these rotates to come in sooner, but now you're lagging behind in the manpower.
And he's on the line. The only kit in the round is on Gravity's body at Banana. Safe to say this one's not happening. And now they molly quad, but it's too little and it's too late. No time nor money, nor hope in this round. 3D Max abandon it and allow paiN up to 10. DGT with a great game right now as well.
You can kind of feel the tension when we're on the 3D Max cameras. But paiN staying very calm.
Oh, wow.
Faith in the individuals. Snow with another important kill to open up this, what will be a back-breaking round if it comes through for paiN.
The 2 young stars of the teams clash, and I like the move for Gravity, trying to get activated, trying to force something.
That's the worst part for Gravity, is he's often been making good proactive moves, but never able to stick the landing.
What a read for Snow, crouching on the arch corner, or on the alt mid corner to hold that push. While you don't often see players get left at the bottom of Banana like this on their own, this is a symptom of the difficulties they've been having. The issue is body. I'm not sure he'll clear this hard. Yeah, NQZ in the corner gets away with murder, and the bomb can come back. Uh-oh. I think we got a save, boys. There's even a lurker to make that a little bit more tricky. Exercise. Gonna learn his own lesson here. There here's him trying to save, and he will not allow it. 11 to 8 for paiN off of the back of another save. 3D Max, safe to say, jump the gun. These flanks too fast before paiN are committed. And this might be the vengeance from Shanghai being set up here from paiN. It's a BO3. It's still room here for 3D Max. But this was their pick. Oh, he can't lose this orb. Maka needs it desperately. They're coming at him from all sides. Oh dear, and it's gone. They know just how much that weapon drop means.
How they followed up these runs oftentimes with 1 or 2 pieces changing, and the 2 freshest faces, Davideus and DGT. You know, when you're getting bought into this squad, a team that are already finding some success in majors, right? Making top 16 in Shanghai, in Copenhagen.
I mean, so close to playoffs in that Copenhagen run.
It's like, you know, when you're being bought in, it's because the team want you there to try and elevate them, that 1 extra win, that 1 extra game, into those playoffs, into the next stage. And so it has felt reassuring to me that DGT, in both of these must-win games for paiN, has been such an important piece. Davideus a little quieter here on Inferno, but it hasn't been a problem yet for paiN. Now this is a 2v5. And they're just running into this B site. The crossfire's set up. 3D Max hold on for their first in what needs to be a run of 4 rounds here to lock in overtime.
I mean, you got to be flawless now. It's very, very difficult to imagine they can do it with how clean these rounds have been from paiN in this T side. But that is the first step of 5 alive round to keep everything alive, everything up for these upcoming rounds. So he's going to smoke it, he's going to remain in position, and even go back to that actual bomb site. As they break through with a nade, he needs to be very careful. These repicks are high risk for body. He gives it away. That's the B site crumbling. That's a huge mistake. And now paiN might just run in and win this map.
For what's meant to be one of your experienced pieces hanging around there, trying to stick that fight out, has left his squad in a desperate spot, scrambling these rotates. That's exploiting holes now. Big Azera. Here's these players rotating off, the backstab in. And he's just wasting time. Time that 3D Max simply do not have. 3 versus 5 on this retake. A swing from Body and Maka, leaving them on the back foot. Gravity with the first kill to try and pull them back in. But now he's the one man left standing, and paiN wash over 3D Max. Now on the back foot, 1 map away from elimination in Austin. Their own map pick turning against them. Oh, they immediately sort of set a tone here on the T side of Nuke.
Gonna be
a
sweaty.
slow burning pistol. Body with the spot, ramp side. Gravity and Maka are the 2 dealt with first. That was 2 players over towards main. And as they try to scramble to move around this CT setup,
Nice.
DGT knocks them out of play.
Got 2 upper kills. Might tempt you into this top site, but it's still well defended here by 3D Max. So will paiN realize what they're going into as they back up to the lobby. Outside re-cleared. Back site and door. This is looking pretty good for 3D Max right now. Unless DGT gets his hard entry. Lucky boxed in behind the door. Backside exercise falls as well. And Lucky just trying to stand tall on his own. They run him down. He gets stuck on the door. 2v1. The vent covered. Flying up it. Headshot to 7 health. And Body cannot finish what he started here. They stick it at the back of the site. And paiN can 3-2-1 this. They can close it together. But a kill is isolated. And Body, who has a shot, falls short. Nice try, but paiN's pistol today.
Memory from Inferno soured by how that second half went. And now they lose the pistol to open up Nuke. All the momentum residing with paiN. That's only going to help. Snow on the smoke spam. Can't take it any further. It does a bit of damage onto Body, sure, but it's still the 4v4 here for 3D Max.
It's a bit awkward that his team weren't ready to trade him there, so Body does get it out. He gets to escape. He shuts a door in his face, but Big Zera wants his kill. Oh, he didn't know which side he crossed. QC trading still. Down the vent. Bit of chaos here added by 3D Max. They do not relax. Bomb is stuck on this site right now, and 3D Max know it. They're going to come searching, going to go clearing. I think they've got a good idea of where this has gotten to. Checking every position. If it's not ramp, then it is backside. So a manual check from Exercise. He doesn't clear. He does not clear. And they line up.
Oh,
that is going to hurt.
It. He gave it like a little glance, but didn't full check.
Oh. That's a disaster. That would have been the force buy win 100%.
Oh, that's just a punch in the gut. 3-on-2. And there's just, you know, there's been a couple of these kind of rough rounds you get to the end of, and it really tests your patience, your resilience in this series. And it feels like 3D Max have had to experience the bulk of those type of rounds. Oh. This one, just the latest in a few. You know he's going to say his signature phrase.
Oh, caralho.
And he's going to scream it at you. And maybe it's a Pavlov's kind of situation. They're so used to hearing it now.
On lost round.
Yeah. That he can just yell it at any point in the round and 3D Max admit defeat. That is a gnarly opener from Davideus. Yeah, Lucky, 2 shots. And his round is over. This first rifle round for 3D Max starts a man down.
And look at the belief, look at the confidence. They just walk hell. They just walk out ramp. It's completely free. Bodies in the B site. Look at the backstab. There's so many more players that they can find from this position. Exercise dodges death, or does he just delay it? Coming in Locker's side. Oh, he's spotted as well. This one's getting claustrophobic here in hell. Nice shot for Exercise. 2 more on the ramp. Lurker outside dealt with. 3-on-3. paiN. It's getting a little bit scrambled up here in the mid-round. Better to group and just play together. Bodies in this B site since the first start of the round.
Maka's also dropped through the vent, so he'll be here to support Body. If Body's just able to buy some time, stay alive. There's the reinforcements arriving. Flash out. DGT 1 versus 3 as this begins. Knows about the player in double doors. It's the Exercise ramp wrap that's currently not confirmed for DGT. Plants it wide in this smoke. Gonna try and disappear through it. But Exercise is quick to capitalize on that ramp flank.
Yeah, we saw 3D do something I saw another team do recently. Maybe it even was them, Harry, if you could remind me, where they give up ramp entirely, they put a player B from the start, and then they play a lot of players outside.
Blocks off main. Allows them to get a little bit wider here. Might be an attempt at the garage cross. Second smoke in. Pigazera plays through them. And so these attempts at getting through the crisscross smokes for paiN have not gone well. 3 players dead out in the yard. DGT and Snow left in the 2v4, and Snow's dead straight away. Good follow-up, and 3D are getting pumped. For the first time in a long time in this series, they start chaining together some rounds now.
Yeah, that looks good. DGT really just patient in the door, but I can't believe Gravity gets 2 kills through this smoke.
And Body's going to keep the good times rolling in. With aggression out over towards ramp, he's been flashed through to make a play. He has bypassed a player on this smoke. DGT, uncleared, never fires off even as the flashes stream in. But that's how they make up for it, and it's more aggression here for 3D Max. Gravity's ended up on T-roof. Full lobby control taken. paiN boxed in out at the yard. And they kind of feel trapped, like they have to play to lower right now. This space and secret is all they have.
Oof, nice shot for Lucky. Even Dinks Pigazera making this clutch suddenly unrealistic. Plant has become the new goal, and Maka is here to disallow it. In theory. Zera, dead of course. paiN get the plant, 3D Max get the round. Everyone's a happy chappy, but 3D Max are showing up at least on this CT side now. So paiN need to close it out now while the times are somewhat good. Oh, that's a stressful kill, but Davideus does do it. Lucky behind the box, Glaving. We've seen this kill before. paiN looks to check it out once more.
They've spammed the hell out of this position, and so I wonder if they're going to overlook Lucky here. Already feeling like they've done their due diligence to clear the yard, and any aggressive players, Lucky ends up behind enemy lines. Bomb now, the only thing that survives on this yard cross. Okay. It's a Snow needed help. Davideus going to get here just in time. Takes it one step further. They still don't know. Gravity traded places with Lucky, taking this aggressive stance out in the yard. Davideus' heroics, 3 kills deep, trying to save Snow's life. Super defendable positions like the heaven spot that Gravity's in right now. Exercise just watching from the safest spot down on B, but you're having to trade.
Oh, that's it.
The info for the positioning. Plant won't come in, he's missed it. DGT doesn't insta-commit, still recovering from that fight, and so Bomb never gets planted. The 1 kill from Gravity is enough.
Yeah, 3 kills from Gravity, but that last one is the high impact one, isn't it? Dropping the bomb with just 7 seconds to go. But again, it's a fake. We're looking for an A-split.
This fake might not have the intended effect. Maka just jump spot from secret. He spotted that there was no one out.
Nice flash.
And so they haven't scrambled bodies out into the yard. They managed to get 2 players actually back up the vents. 2 in the heavens as well. The stacks come together quickly for 3D Max, but they've got to start putting it to work. Ooh. There's the kills. Body, Maka, and Gravity, all 3 find success. Turning around this 3v5 round, giving 3D Max a chance. Bomb down at their feet.
Oh, they're going to reboost heaven? Both teams? No. Just Gravity on the hut roof. Body takes a nice position. Gravity's got to watch his back.
Yeah, this is awkward for Gravity. He's got to worry about main and about this heaven flank. And so Body just moves into main now. Gets Gravity on the heaven angle just in time. And now they know this is where Snow's coming from. This guy had a clutch 1v2 pickup back on Inferno that turned the tide, but he can't answer the call on Nuke.
Gravity is unstoppable right now, getting so many multi-kill rounds.
And that's the worst part, right? Like, it's your pick here. It's you with the chance to 2-0 if you're paiN. You pulled off the turnaround back on Inferno, but now you're being asked to do it twice in a row. Snow, Tech9 opening. Davideus going to extend this advantage even further. Now, paiN have been in a couple of these man advantage positions. We've had opening kills found on ramp. It was a 5v3 in the last round that got out of control, and 3D Max ended up winning it. They have to stick the landing this time, and they're nailing the kills to make it happen. paiN finally convert on one of these man advantage rounds.
It's nice to see them grouped and go for a hit together again, right? Not just getting strung out outside. They just go hit ramp with the wall.
This is where it might feel appropriate to go and look for this yard space, especially with that AWP confirmed to have started off on the ramp position.
Yeah, I just ask, where's Gravity right now? Because he's the guy you got to watch out for on these yard crosses. The smoke spam has just been brutal, and it's been non-stop with the A4 as well. Oh, Lucky helps him out. No need for Gravity. There's Maka with another shot through the smoke, and just like that, the round crumbles in front of you. 3 on 5. And these are the rounds that 3D Max have been winning. paiN now need to pull one out at the last chance on this T half. They make it down secret right now. 3D Max not considering that B-bomb side. They've had no threat here before. Maka, what? No scope, up close, he finds 2. That's his 3rd kill in the round, and Maka wants to end it with style through the Molotov NQZ into a 1v5, into an unwinnable round, as 3D Max look to survive here and take us the distance on this series, fighting for a 3rd map to stay alive in the major. Hot Roof Molly ready to go. 3rd rotation moves in just in time. Biguzera's got the read. The flash comes out. They dodge it as well. Davideus through the smoke. Snow double kill. Make it 3 before the mag runs dry, and Biguzera doesn't have to fight. 3 on 1. Make Maka work for it at least. This main smoke gives a bit of a gap, and they might exploit that. Maka fake tap. Goes back in the lobby. But paiN are keeping the pressure on. Maka needs to isolate a kill right now. These dualies up for the taking, but he can't get through them. And so paiN, they know they can win this game.
To his squad, and give them a 2nd chance here of fighting to end it on Nuke.
Ooh. Okay, we're going to keep the pressure on, though. Forced up. 3D Max. Trade out in the lobby. Body put down to 1. Still have a guy on the roof with util, so similar look to the pistol, perhaps. They should come back full lobby. They didn't even know. Now
if he dropped loud, it would have at least, like, you know, made the sound cue. There's something from it, but instead they're going to try walk out ramp. NQZ
scared.
Tucked in here. This needs to be a multi-kill. He's fired off now. They know where he is. Jump to offset the crosshair. Aggression in through the hut gets denied. DGT holds on to the ramp drop, though. Denies this real estate. And they mop up the man back in the door. It's just exercise. 1 versus 3. Making noise on the route out from heaven. Catching Snow. Dropping in. Commits to the plant. Biguzera tries to end this here and now.
Oh, no.
But that's going to leave him further ahead of his teammate. Exercise allowed to isolate this fight. Exercise with the 1v3. A huge clutch for 3D Max and a crushing blow to paiN.
You don't expect Biguzera to drop the ball there. With him running him down, he didn't even commit. You think he's probably going to get that kill if he swings just a step wider. He gets so close and he gets isolated. His teammate not ready to swing off of him. And Exercise forces those kills so well. Oh, that's a nightmare round to lose for paiN in a 3-on-1 when they could have just played slow. Both play from the right side. 3D Max faking like they're going for a main split. That's a big kill.
Okay,
These
that
pistols
alleviates a lot of the pressure. Pistols find 1 down at lower. That's an important double trade back for Body, who gets gone on event in time. Biguzera on the drop down, gets here quicker than maybe 3D Max were going to be ready for, but I think that ramp player's heard him. Scout lands a tag.
He's got
Lucky closing the distance. As long as they don't peek the Biguzera scout, Lucky has him in a box. And there's the kill. Davideus arriving later, 1v3. And locked out with ramp control taken. No info on these site players. There should be no winning this for Davideus. And he knows it as well. Has to just concede.
They wait for the HEs before they begin to move.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you're squad like paiN that are making changes after these consistent top 16 runs at majors, that's because you want to go to that next level. You're not content with just being a middling team. You want to be the guys going for the trophy in the playoffs. And so that is the ability that these additions, DGT and Davideus, are supposed to bring to this roster. Now's the time for them to stand tall and deliver. DGT secures the opener in this round. It's Davideus and NQZ on a lobby push. The drive home, a 4v3 advantage for paiN. These footsteps are heard as well. DGT able to prime bigazera with the info of what lies ahead, the battles that are coming his way. They had 2 players drop down through secret. So bigazera lies in wait, plays ahead of that Molotov,
sick.
Never ticks. He knows he has a golden timing available. And there it is, the lineup for bigazera. No time in this for Lucky, so much pressure put on. That's a big, bold move from bigazera, the captain of paiN down at lower.
Yeah, they needed a hero. It had to be the experienced player to step up, but it still feels like it's such a long road back into this game. Very nice play ahead of the Molotov. Last thing that 3D Max were expecting. But so far from that finish line, not even in sight for paiN just yet. They had the position, there were no rotates lower. Everything else was going to plan, so 3D Max can go back to a similar round, dropping a player in secret. That's Gravity running out upper. Bit of a massacre in the door right now.
They trying to make it vent, that's brutal. If so, they've been spammed in at the squeaky door. Nade just hit them. Info there for paiN and a player holding onto the vent. Snow already dropping in a lower, has just spotted Body as well. And Body might think he has a timing here, might think he has a window to strike. No, Snow got that info earlier.
Dude, well played for Snow as well. Yeah, exactly like you said, realizing that he wasn't spotted.
Also, this is one of those saves which is like a bit cursed in its nature. It's going to throw off the money very early into this T side for 3D Max. And yeah, you know, I've enjoyed watching Snow in this series.
This could be another potent grenade on this B-bomb site if DGT can get it in time without getting picked. They beat his timing, but the nade goes out nonetheless. He sees they up close. A lot of damage done already early with Body low. bigazera takes the same position and the same result, shooting them in the back. Bomb drop for bigazera, making this work.
That's paiN's captain. That's the guy they know and love. For the longest time, had to be the heavy hitter and the big reason behind paiN's success. In this new look squad, shoulders less of the burden for the firepower of this team.
Going too early, wait for Lucky.
Still gives it when it matters. That double kill keeps the round alive for paiN. Lucky's lurk out on the ramp side. Are they ready for NQZ, who steals himself away, tucked in at dark, waiting for the perfect time to strike.
Oh, yeah, that was it, but he can still wait longer, and they won't be ready for this. 15 seconds. They run out the door right now. They have no idea the AWP is tucked into dark. Closed bomb plant. He creeps in. Oh, kill. He's dropped the bomb. That's the round.
No time for Lucky. NQZ plays them like a fiddle, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, and that one kill wins the round.
And now they've got confidence. Now they're making plays. As 3D Max default in the lobby, they get shot in the back. What a ballsy move to clear so deep. And Snow's still doing it. He's got full control.
He also just crept under the player on T-Roof who's checking the ladder on timings. They have no idea. The Snow made it into the lobby. Disaster. And a Snow day has sealed this game off for 3D Max. Only Body remains. 1 versus 4. And this guy put his best foot forward to open up this map, was giving it all for 3D Max. He's won them some crazy rounds, but not this one. Not this 1v4. paiN have him in a box, and they are hounding him down now. 1 kill for Body, that's all he's able to muster up. paiN tie this game up, 11 all, 6 rounds in a row to to get here.
It was done. It felt as good as done. That 4-spy victory from 3D Max, that 1v3 from Exercise, the last highlight that 3D Max have. It broke paiN. It put them down 11-5. Any team could have given up. But 6 rounds straight, as once again Snow is called upon in this top site.
Last 2 majors for paiN have both ended in the same way, in close, nearly competed comebacks. This time they have to take it over the line. That's what keeps them alive. Can they complete upon this turnaround? 3v2. And they slow right down. They know the pressure is on the shoulders of 3D Max. The burden of a bomb plant, that's for their opponents. That bomb will get planted.
It's not a bad position.
paiN have to stick the landing on a retake here. They've got 1 player lost to lower, having to come up through the vents.
His flank is so late as well.
bigazera really taking his time. He's got to cover this vent player to find that first incision, but Mac has just left. DGT only now arriving up through vents, linking up with bigazera. Gonna swing out wide. There's the lineup for Maka and Exercise. NQZ can't hold on. 3D Max.
Still 5 players standing. DGT, ooh, hell of a commitment. Full nades will not get to use them. It's all about the fight, and 2 dinks land in this round, but a 5-on-4 sits in favor of 3D Max. That's when bigazera comes down the vent, as he has been doing all damn half. Lucky's ramp flank, once again, cleared out, but there's more where that came from. Exercise going round the world, calling Maka back. paiN, 2 kills from overtime.
Exercise in a powerful position though, and NQZ moving around like that just proves to him that they've got no clue he's out in heaven. Walk up onto the AWP, that gives his teammates safe passage out in a main. Davideus hears the footsteps. Oh, but he's missed the timing. That moment of hesitation's let the bomb make it across. Another 3v2 for paiN. Maka with the plant. Exercise has kept this round burning. bigazera to try and deal with him. Maka finds the vent rotate. paiN embarked on this huge comeback, needing 6 in a row to tie us up at 11 all, and it might all be for naught. Just Maka remains low on health, last spotted out of the doors, and extra time has been demanded. paiN will stick the landing on this retake.
Yeah, this game deserves more rounds. 2v4, almost 1 out to close the map for 3D Max. Instead, the comeback materializes into overtime for paiN.
Versus Furia there, win on the opening map. It goes the distance, goes to a 3rd. They're trading rounds back and forth on this route to a comeback, but then when it really matters in those final few rounds, Furia have the edge. And so getting close to sticking the landings on these comebacks has never been the problem for paiN. It's completing them, it's getting it over the finish line. And right now, their entire major lifeline rests on overcoming those demons. That's what DGT, what Snow and Davideus were supposed to bring them. 3 players that have joined this roster over after each of those major runs.
You also know this is an unrealistic round. 3D Max will pry outside into this AWP. NQC good for the first shot. It's 3 kills in the round for him before Maka finally gets his revenge, but winning this is a far cry as paiN look to take the first of overtime. Ramp is left open, much as how 3D Max did in the CT side. DGT drops lower very early, allows that space. It gets announced by utility. DGT just got to watch his back. They don't know where body is. Controlling vent only right now. DGT left alone with no support, no reinforcements, has to hold strong.
They will get that trade.
They also got down vent and killed body. I don't know how they managed that. That's opened up this round again for paiN.
Yeah, making it past him opens up a far faster path to rotate. Even going to find Gravity a little later out towards that door. 2v4 now demanded of 3D Max. Lucky tagged up. It might be another round where Maka is left in the clutch. His AWP looking onto the double door. There's a limit to just how many players he can fight at any one time with this big green gun. And so backing up, Maka can't hold on. paiN overwhelmed the lower site.
a lot of trust in him in A. He's pushed into the door in this round. And lucky if he walks through, this could be the beginning of the end. Snow forces that opening kill.
7-1 in opening fights for Snow.
He's not stopping, and paiN don't want to either. They can taste that victory. They can taste elimination of this French roster as a 5v3 ensues. 3D Max lost outside, nowhere to go.
Bigazera with the vent drop. They've encountered him in this position many times over and never to their benefit. 3D Max, as they desperately scramble down to lower, they're gonna run into Bigazera. And it was this guy's multi-kills on the lower side that helped propped up paiN's CT side. Bigazera lets them know about it. That's flawless on the CT half in OT for paiN. They were 11-5 down on this map. Chances to break through, and 3D Max are also playing with the burden of having choked both of these maps. They held leads on Inferno, they held the lead in a heavy way here on Nuke. And both times it looks to go against them. paiN gifted openings out in the yard.
Slow and steady.
It was this yard control in the first half that paiN just couldn't find, right? That's where they were getting bullied, getting the openers in ramp, getting the openers in lobby. It was no issue, but yard never belonged to paiN. First round T side of overtime, they're in a 5-on-3 after 2 fights go their way out in the yard. Make it a third. Snow is not missing a beat. And this is the end of the line. If Gravity and Exercise can't 2v5, the run in Austin for 3D Max is over. paiN stick the landing on this comeback, 11-4 down. And some magic, some snow,